Well, hello and welcome to Wellness Wednesday with Kathy Stevens. Hi, everybody. I'm just checking in today, hoping that you are all ready for my 60 Up Summer Circuit. And seeing if I can check out any comments in the box. Feel free to make them. I'm not 100% sure if they'll pop up. Some weeks they do, some weeks they don't. But welcome to Wellness Wednesday with Kathy Stevens here on the 60 Up members page. So I know 3 of you are watching, so I know you're out there. Feel free to put in a comment. I'm going to say hi to you guys and see if I get a couple of you answering me back before we get started. So let me talk a little bit about what we're going to do today, and then we'll get started. Hey, Dan, thank you very much. This is what I call my, fitness born again day. So we have to renew ourselves. And that's what I was going to talk about today is attitude about our birthdays. If you look at them all as being an excuse to rebirth and get up and get fit and be fitter than you were the year before, I promise you, you're going to feel better each year. All right, so that's my big tip for you today. It's all about attitude. But thank you very much. It is my birthday today. Hi, Pat. Welcome to the chat box. I can actually see the chat, so I'm so excited. It's so much more fun when I can respond back and forth. So on this, my 60 up, yes, I am above 60. So this, my 64th birthday, we are going to get up and do a 60 up circuit workout. And I kind of like that on Wednesdays. I don't know. I don't know how I finally reached. Well, I'm at least 25 times 2 plus some, right? But again, this is our fitness rebirth day. All of us together are going to renew our commitment to fitness, and we are going to work out like we've never worked out before. How about that? I like that idea. Thanks. Well, come on now, Dan. What do you mean tell the truth? I'm really only 25 times 2.5. Anyways, it's great. It's great to be here with you and have this wonderful excuse to get my blood moving and my muscles pumping today on this birthday of mine, June 2nd. Thank you for joining me. All right, so we're going to circuit today. Enough birthday talk. We got to get going. Oh, by the way, I've got my flag up in honor of Memorial Day, which was just a few days ago, but I think we can celebrate all week given the job that our soldiers around the world do, not just here in the States, but I have my flag up, Red Flag Day. Thank you, Dan, and same to you. Back at you. I'm going to use my short bands. So if you guys want to take a second right now before we get started and attach your short bands, my lighting is doing something weird today. It seems to be coming in and out, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to do the front attachment. And the reason I'm putting them on the front today is I want to keep them out of the way. So you can either hook them on your hooky or just put them to the front of the board. But if you would take a second right now, if you're going to use these, and I always like to let everybody know that, some people don't like to add things into their workout, but it's a really nice challenge. If for some reason you're just not feeling up to adding the tubing, or you think the tubing's a little too tense, go with the longer tubes, which will give you more working tube, and or just mimic the move with the weight of your arm and just give me some of that dynamic tension that Dan talks about all the time, where you put the mind to the muscle and just slow it down and get some tension going. But we are going to circuit. This is my cardio strength balance circuit. So we'll be doing a minute or 2 of cardio movements on the 60 up board, followed by about a minute or 2 of strength, followed by about 30 seconds to a minute of balance, and then we'll circuit through that. I know I mentioned this in weeks prior, but circuit training, which has been very popular in the fitness industry because think of it like a circuit of electricity going from one station to the next and then coming back again to complete that circuit. So you know where you're going, you get a little bit of everything in, cardio, strength, and of course balance, because we're on the 60 up. But it's just a great way to kind of compact a lot of things and give you a kind of a path where you know where you're going from one move to the next. And then I, as your instructor, will keep timing so we get through with a great workout by the end of the session. Hi, Betsy. Good to see you as well. Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to put a little background beat on, and we're going to get started so we can get everything in, as well as a nice cool down with some wonderful stretching at the end. I do suggest you have a chair nearby so that if you at any time during the workout feel the need to take a rest, sit down, okay? Don't feel like you can't take a break and sit down when needed. Also, I'm going to pull my chair up here just so you can see it's nearby. Also, you're going to want to have some water nearby so you can stay hydrated. This is what I call my summer circuit. And in terms of Wellness Wednesday, summer means what? Warmer weather, a little bit more propensity towards dehydration. So with that in mind, try drinking even a little more fluid than you're used to, in particular during the workout and right after the workout. I know sometimes if you drink too much fluid before the workout, you might end up having to jog to the bathroom more than you care to. So, I get that, but let's all start with 3 gulps. 1, 2, are you with me? 3, and then we'll take breaks and do the same thing. My goal is that we can get 4 to 8 ounces in. Thanks, Pat, for the happy birthday wish. And I'm calling it Happy Rebirth Day because we are rebirthing every cell in our body continuously. Did you know that? Blood, bone, muscles, skin. We slough it off and we rebirth it. So why not restart with fitness in mind and be stronger every year instead of older every year? That's what I want for you, okay? So let's get this going together. I'm going to start some music because I'm the beat girl. I just love my background beat. But since I can see the chat box, somebody let me know if my music gets too loud, and I'll turn it down. All right, let's stand up nice and tall behind the board, and let's just start with a nice deep breath, thumbs on top, re-posture, feet about hip width apart, knees in the direction of the toes, chin up, chest up, bracing, imagine you have a belt and you're just gonna pull it a notch to make it a little tighter. Now from here, let's just rise up to the toes, rock back to the heels, up to the toes. Let's just get that circulation going. Now watch my fingers. They go down, they come up. Also notice as I go back into my heels, my hips kind of bow back a little bit towards my flag. Up and back. Just releasing tension on the stretch back, and then start to allow the hips to go even further back so your spine comes towards the ground. Then forward with the hips, then back. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Notice how much further back I'm sitting into those hips, and I'm feeling a much deeper stretching sensation in those hamstring muscles and glutes. Lifting the hips forward, flexing the hips back. We're going to do 4 more. Excellent. And 3. Sitting back. And 2. Oh, those calf muscles are kicking in, aren't they? Last one. Now this time, stay down in that hip hinge position and just bend the knees a little. Bend, extend. But keep your back forward and flat. Just get that blood pumping through those quadriceps. Do you feel that? Light contraction, body in alignment from head to hips. Now, keep the knees bent, and we're just gonna do the same movement, but through the spine instead. So instead of bending and flexing the knees, we're gonna bend and flex the spine. And feel free to keep your hands on the poles or your thighs, whatever feels more comfortable to you. All right, inhale and exhale, warming up that back. That's it, keep it going. Couple more. Last one. Now stand up nice and tall. Bring the feet a little closer. Tap out and in, out and in. Now, with this one, I want you to think about being soldier straight, nice and tall, head high, chin up, chest up. Just tap that toe to the side. Keep your hands on top of the poles. Warming up that hip joint. Excellent. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2. Now to the back. Toe back behind you. Opening up that hip flexor, keeping that chin and chest high. Out and in. You've got it. Back, front. 4 more. Keep your core engaged, your head up high. 2. Now, heel to the board. So touch the red line and back. Good. You got this. Heel to board. Now here's where we start to feel a little shift, a little need to balance and control that hip and knee joint on the standing leg. Heel tap. Heel tap. The board will rock a little bit, but that's okay. It's telling your brain what it needs to do to keep you upright and stable. Tap. Good. 4 more times. 4 and 3. Chin up, chest up. 2. And now we're going to tap the toe to 2. 2 to 2. Good. Keep a nice rhythmic flow going, getting that blood circulating. You can wiggle those fingers every once in a while. Chin up, chest up. Now the next set will be on 3, but we're going to tap with the heel instead of the toe. Are you ready for that? 2 or more of these. All right, heel towards 3. Heel dig. Heel dig. Now it's a little wider, so you're going to notice a little more rock through the board. That's okay. Let your body get used to it. Warming up that brain to body connection. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now let's put toe to 2 again. 2, 2, 2 more. And then let's put heel towards the red line. Heel. Heel. 2 more. And toe to 2. I like saying that. It's an easy one to say. It kind of rolls off the tongue. 2 more. And then heel to 3. Heel. Now you're warming up those hip flexors. You're getting that cardiorespiratory system. Now 2s. Toe to 2s. I know I didn't pre-cue that very well, did I? All right, and then heel to red line. 2 more. And then keep the feet on the floor for heel bounce. Now up and down. Let them just drop to the ground, and you're going to feel the need to kind of contract and squeeze upward through your pelvic floor and around that waistline. Keep it tight, let them bounce, chin up, chest up. Feel that little bit of jarring. It's not a hard jar, just a little drop. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, walk it out slow. We're ready to go. Are you feeling warmed up? I hope so. And loosened up as well. Let's roll that shoulder back and down as we march. Our first cardio series is going to be a basic step and a V-step combo. All right, let's do basic step slow 1 time. Right lead. Basic, basic. Now widen it out to the V. V, V, then back to basic. Are you with me? Step up. Same lead leg. So your right leg goes up, your left leg, your right leg, your left leg. Basic. So we want to do this for about a minute or so and let that heart rate elevate. Basic center, V-step wide. Nice work. Good, keep it going. Think of climbing your favorite mountain. I don't know, depends where you are, I guess. 2, down, or maybe somewhere you want to go, hiking. Remember, we're going to renew every year. Something new, a new goal, a new birthday goal. Out, 2, and in. Again, up, up, down, down, out, Now this does take a little bit of coordination because you've got to think quick on your feet to change that direction of the foot and bring it up and down in a nice rhythmic pattern. You got this. A couple more. Up, up, down, down, out, out. Last time. Up, up, down, down, out, out. All right, now strength move, calf raise, just body weight. So go up and down through the feet, lift the heels up high, push downward with your palms onto the top of your poles. Push, release, push. So you're engaging the shoulder girdle, which is a very important muscle group, the depressors of the scapula. Strengthening the shoulder girdle and lifting the heels so you feel a nice strengthening move in the lower body and upper body at the same time. I love hitting two muscle groups or more at one time. A more complex move because life can get complex, right? Push them down. We're almost through the minute. Here we go. Up with those heels, down with the shoulders. Look at my shoulders. I'm pushing against those poles. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. And the final part of the circuit is balance. So stay up on your toes. Try to stay there for 30 seconds. Can you hold it? Is it easy? If so, let go with one hand and see if you can still stay up there. Or let go with both hands and see if you can stay up there. I know that's challenging, so take this at whatever level works for you. Hold, almost. Breathe, and then come down. And shake off those feet a little bit. Good job. All right, second set, same as the first, but leading with the left leg. So do you remember what we did? That's the circuit. We're gonna repeat it. All right, here we go. Basic step. Up, up, then out wide, V-step. Now notice when you do that V-step, it does rock the board a little bit more, and that's okay. Let it ground out. That's how you know that you've got control, even on a moving surface like the 60-up board. Is sometimes life isn't always stable, straight up and down, and easy. We've got to be able to manage our body as it moves through space. Up, 2, down, again. I see someone else is in the chat box. I'll go check it out in a second. We're going to get some water after this next circuit breaker. Nice. We'll call that our circuit breaker when we stop to get some water. I like that. Goes along with the idea of a summer circuit. Remember, today is June 2nd, my birthday. But I'm calling it Rebirth, the Born Again Fitness Up 2, because you have to start your birthday with something that gets that blood circulating, get you feeling good, get you feeling younger and renewed. Every cell gets renewed in your body, so why not think of yourself as getting younger every year or renewed every year? Good job, guys. Couple more. We're doing one basic along the red line, one V-step towards the 3 with a little turnout, knee and toe. Up, up, down, down, out, out. Let's do 2 more. Up, up, down, down, out, out. Last one. Here it comes. Up, up, down, down, out, out. All right, now comes those calf raises up and down. But remember, I'm engaging the shoulder girdle as I rise up onto my toes. I'm pressing down through my shoulder girdle. So drop those scapulae. Uh-oh, here we go. Up, down, up, down. Don't forget to breathe as you do this. Exhale, inhale. Heels up, heels down, up. Notice the shoulder girdle press. Palms are creating an isometric downward pressure on those poles, engaging a lot of the scapular muscles. Nice, we got this. Whew, come on, here we go. Up, down, up, down. How about 4 more? Deep breath. exhale, exhale, 2 more. And then hold it on the up. Here comes the balance segment of our circuit. Stay up on those toes. Keep the heels high. Tighten up the pelvic floor. Lift the chin. Lift the chest. If you feel you can let go with one or both hands, give it a try. But remember, the beauty of the 60 up board is these poles are just an inch or two away when you feel like you need them. So grip them and use them when you need them. Here we go. Chin up, chest up. We're almost there. 30-second balance move. Woo, I know this isn't easy. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Circuit break. What does that mean? We're going to get some water now during our circuit. So come on around. Let me check out. Hi, Vicki. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked my flag. That was for Memorial Day, which was just a few days ago. So I think we can still celebrate, right? Blue cup, kind of red shirt, but not really, more pink than red. Okay, whew. Okay, so let's get back to our workout. All right, here we go. I'm getting a lot of messages on my phone of happy birthday. I hope it doesn't interrupt my music too much. All right, so this next cardio series is what I call a step touch to step lift. Are you ready? So we start to the red line, right leg touch, down, 2. Left leg touch, down, 2. This is called an alternating step touch. Nice. I'm holding my poles, but every once in a while, I'm wiggling my fingers. Step, touch, down, 2. Again, step, touch, down. And again, the purpose of this minute or so is to get that cardiovascular system elevating. Challenge it, challenge your respiration, challenge your breathing, get the heart pumping. Nothing like stepping activity for that. It's a wonderful way, if you keep it rhythmic, to get that heart rate going up and that heart working. Now we're going to take the step touch and we're going to do it on the angle, so you diagonal step touch, down, 2. So you notice I've got to pivot my hips, my knees and my toes to the right side, tap it, then down and pivot to the left. Now I know this is a little confusing if you've never done it before, but you know what? Life has turns and twists. So we step, tap. What the tap does is it allows you to alternate so that you're going to the other side. Step, tap, step down. Step, tap, step down. Good job. Step, tap, step down, step, tap. Let's do 4 more. So step, tap, step, down, step, tap. 2 more. Step, tap. Now this last one we're going to stay on this side, but we're going to put the foot down in a lunge position for the strength move. Transfer your arm to the right pole, lift the back heel on that leg in the back, and then let's just do a stationary lunge. So challenging those thigh and hip muscles as you bend both knees and then extend. You're also going to feel this in the back calf muscle because you have a lot of activity going on as you come down and up with that heel elevated. Good. Bend both knees and think about both knees bending about the same degree, okay? You want to get towards a 45-degree angle with your knees. You also want to try to keep that front knee staying behind the front toe, which means you might have to back up a little bit with that rear leg so that you don't overshoot the toe on the front leg. That's just for better mechanics so that you don't aggravate your knee cap or your knee joint when you're lunging like this. Keep your chest up. I can even pull the pole towards me a little bit and get kind of a rowing action going and a dynamic contraction in my lats and my biceps as I pull the pole as I lunge down. So I make this another complex or combined activity because I feel my upper body and my lower body working together. Isn't that great? Let's do 4 more. stay tall like you have a cup of water on your head. 2. Now, here comes the stability. We're gonna come up to one leg balance on the board and do an out, kick, in, kick. Right here. Try to stabilize as you contract that quadricep and kick front. Now you have your pull here, but don't over grip it. Be light touch so that you're really working on balance on that standing leg. Whew. Now if that front leg gets tired, you can always just put it down a little lower and continue. Feel what's happening under the foot of the standing leg. Feel that gripping in your toes. Feel that strength in your arch. Keep the hips nice and tight as well. Nice work. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Release. Awesome. Walk it off. Excellent. So, we are going to repeat that series so that we'll be on the other side for our lunge, okay? But we're gonna put it up a little bit. We're gonna take it from the step tap to a step lift. But let's start with the tap so we can get our rhythm going for the cardio. Are you ready? All right, so left leg first. We step up and then tap. So step, tap, step, down, right, tap, left, tap. Keep with this, but then I want you to notice what I do. Instead of tapping, I step, lift, step, down. It's just a little bit more challenging because it's involving a little more balance on that standing leg momentarily. So if that's a little too much for you, stick with the step tap. That's okay as well. Again, step, tap or lift, step, down. Good. Chin up, chest up. Cardio segment in the circuit going on now. Keep that nice rhythmic breathing going. That nice rhythmic step lift pattern. Now we're going to continue center for a second or 2 more, and then we're going to go on that diagonal again. Step, lift, step, down, step. Maybe watch me as I do when I cross over to the diagonal and down. Then I have to turn out. Make sure as you step down, you turn out. So the turn out means the foot that hits the floor first has got to go in the direction you're moving. Nice. So right foot up, left down, right side, good, left side. Remember, you can keep this a step tap if that step lift is a little too aggressive for you today. Awesome. Again, step, lift. Try not to over grip those poles. Wiggle those fingers every once in a while. Here we go. Step, lift, step, down. Whew, let's take some nice deep breaths. Remember, the purpose of cardio is to elevate the response from both your heart and your lungs. So you want to feel like you're breathing deeper or more rapidly. Now, you probably can't feel your heart, but if you were to take your heart rate, you should also want to see that that is beating faster as you do cardio segments. Again, step, lift, couple more, step, lift, nice. Let's do 4 more, here we go. 4, up, and 3, up, and 2, up. Now this last one's gonna stay on this side. It's gonna come back to the lunge. You're gonna put this right hand on the left pole. You're gonna readjust your feet so that you can do that knee bending, stationary lunge action without the front knee being forced too far forward of the front foot. You wanna keep the knee behind the tip of the toes. You wanna keep your head up high, like you're carrying a plate on it or a book. And you wanna try to get both knees to bend about the same distance, about equally. And it's moving towards a right angle with your knees. Nice. Bend that back knee. Inhale, exhale. We got this. strengthening those legs and hips. Now pull the pole towards you as you come out of it, engaging those lats. Ooh boy, I can feel that in both my upper and lower body, which I love. Now of course we're not over pulling because you don't want to break your pole. So it's just a little pull, just a little bit of a contraction, like a seated row position where your elbow comes back towards you, gently. Reach. Nice. Now we got the metal poles. Ooh boy, that's really going to be a nice resistance. Got the plastic poles. Don't go too far. You don't want to bend them too much. They have a little give, which I actually like about these plastic poles. Excellent. Up and down. Take a deep breath. A couple more. 4 more. 3, 2, and then we go to balance. Remember what we did on this one? We did a nice tightening of our quadricep as we try to balance on that one leg. Nice. Try not to overgrip that pole. And if this hip gets a little too tired, because this is a lot of work on the hip flexor, just angle it downward more. Less tension on the hip flexor. But if you want to work to maximize things, bring it up a little higher. Maybe try to let go. See how it feels, one hand at least. Good. Let's stabilize. Let's work on balance. Let's work on control. Head up, chest up, abs tight, hips level. 8 and 7, 6, 5, last 4 and 3, 2. Awesome. Step it down. Awesome. All right, time to take a circuit water break. Let's see. Hi, Diane. Welcome. I'm glad. Oh, this is a little difficult. And in particular, if you have any kind of lung or cardio issues, so take it easy and have a chair nearby. Thank you for mentioning that. But we know with COPD, we want to keep those lungs expanded. We want to increase your total air volume that can come in and out. So because you're here today, stick around, and for my cool down, I'll focus on that, okay? Awesome. 3 drinks of water to the beat. Okay. We're gonna still be behind the board, but then we're gonna get up on top real quick. Okay. So, now this time, instead of stepping up and tapping, we're gonna do what I call the lunge press. So, right leg, step and lunge, and then push away. Right leg, lunge and push away. Let's start on the red line. Lunge and push away. So you just, it's like you're thinking you're gonna go downstairs and you decide, no thank you. I'm gonna push myself back. And that involves a little nice, almost plyometric feeling where you load and explode back. And of course, the more you load and the more you push back with force, the more intense. So of course, lighten up. If you're having some issues, getting a little too breathy, then just make it a soft movement in and out again. In and out again. Nice. Now we're going to take this little pressing action and we're just going to do a little bit of an outward, more like a duck foot, okay? So outward, like you're turning the corner, and we're still doing a lunge, but with a little outward turn. Lunge and push back. We're going to work a little bit more of those hip rotator muscles by doing this. And it's almost like you're smashing a bug under your foot and then pushing back. Smash the bug and push back. Nice. Keep going. Keep your chest up. Control the amount of output by lessening the dynamics of the push out or the step in if you feel it's becoming too difficult. Again, lunge, press back. Lunge. Now for those of you that want to work harder, because some of you have been with me a while now and you might feel the need to push harder, then definitely Lunge deeper and push back, and even let that back leg kind of come up off the air a little bit, or off the floor a little bit, in the air. Let's do 4 more. But if anything bothers you, doesn't feel good on a joint, reduce the range or lose the move. Last 2. Nice. Last one. Awesome. All right. Step it out to the plie position, or the sumo wrestler. Knees and toes are out. We're going to go down and up. And we're going to alternate an overarm lift. So my knees are going out in the direction of the toes as I work some of those gluteal muscles. Balancing a little more by having one hand come off the pole if you're comfortable. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, then of course, feel free to keep both hands on the poles, but make sure you drop and squeeze those gluteal muscles on the way up. One arm comes up, then the other one. And if you want to challenge this, you can try letting go and having both arms go up. Strengthening hips, mobilizing shoulders. Excellent. Again, down and up. Squeeze those glutes. Down and up. Couple more. Knees are going out in the direction of the toes. Hips are coming up and tightening, lifting the pelvic floor as you come up. Inhale and exhale. Try to increase the range of motion. And sometimes you might feel like, gee, maybe it needs to be a little wider stance to accommodate that knee bend. If so, just take a second and widen your stance. Nice work. Whew. Let's do 4 more. Nice. Let's do 3 more. Excellent. 2 more. Last one. Now here comes the stability move. We're going to come down into it and pulse it. See if you can hold it here without holding the poles for added stability balance. Let's push, push, stay low. And you can always have fingertips on the poles. You've got this. Press down, tailbone. Imagine you have a sinker on your tailbone. Drop it, but don't let it come all the way up to extension. Here's where we get a lot of dynamic coil tension going on in those thighs. It's not going to feel easy. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Stay flat on your feet. Keep your arches up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes together. All right, so we're going to step up onto the board now. All right. So we were doing a little lunging movement. So put your feet to the center. The second set we're going to do on the board, okay? But instead of lunging up, we're going to lunge down. So this is our second set of cardio lunges, but from the top. So it's going to feel a little different. Find your balance point. Have the red line between your feet. Step the right foot down, lunge, and push back up. So you see how it's kind of the same, but not? Lunge back and up. Lunge back and up. Back and up. Now, yes, your board is going to rock a little bit. Try not to bottom out. Or in other words, try not to let one end hit. And no, it is going to do a little wobble until you stabilize that foot to the floor. Be expecting it. That's it. Catch your weight on your foot and push back up. Remember that when it comes to this move, the deeper you load, the more you explode back up, the more advanced the move. Nice. Every once in a while, peek down and make sure your full foot is staying on the board, the one that stays up. Try not to let your heels get too far back. Nice. Settle in and come up. Settle in and come up. And if you're getting a little breathless again, make it a lighter tap versus a settle. So I'm just touching my toe and stepping back. This is how I kind of regress out of it if it's getting too intense. So there's regressions, there's progressions, where I really go low and pop up if I want. See how I could progress it? If you were at that point and you wanted to add a little plyometric pop, or just do the moderate or middle intermediate version, which is a nice load and step up. Excellent. Whew, how you guys doing? Heart rate's going up? How about yours? But mine is. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. And then from the top, step out to the plie position. So now we're gonna do a plie squat on top. Whew. Get level. Now knees go out. Now you might not go as deep on this because it is a little trickier to manage and stabilize that board as you bend those knees in the direction of the toes. And if you want to add a little upper body movement, push your poles together. So just kind of do an isometric press across the chest and shoulders. Nice, I like that. Woo, we got it. Plie, press the chest. Keep the chin up, keep the head high. Take your time on this, strengthening those hips. Think about dropping the tailbone directly down towards the board. And it will wobble a little, but that's okay. Let your brain iron it out. Think about that. Without thinking about it, your brain will take over and make the connection to those muscles and to that weight bearance through the feet to the board. Let it just happen. Don't overthink it. That's it. We get better. It's just like riding a bike. You could try to describe to somebody in every way you can how not to fall over. But what happens is your body just starts learning what it needs to stay right up and centered over the bike. Same thing here. Just let your body, you know what you can do. Just take your time. Play through the feet, play through the knees, play through the hips. Push the arms and feel the upper body combine. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Now hold here for the stability pulse. So stabilize it. Knees in the direction of the toes. Pulse the palms in. Keep the head high. Build that tension across those thighs and keep that board in the center. Or try to. That's it. You've got this. Woo! I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. Always know you can come out of any move and take a personal break when needed. Excellent. In with the arms, down with the tailbone. Boom, boom. You've got this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock down. Step off. Circuit break. Let's get some water. Good job. All right, and what I like is it's a chance for me to say hi to Diane. Yes, Diane, please. I will try to be a little more aware of offering those regressions. Progression, regression. That's the way to take any move, and I can show you a way to do both on every move. 3 gulps. Don't lose my head. 2. My wellness tip today was extra hydration during the hot summer months because we dehydrate more. Sometimes we don't even know that we're sweating because it's hot outside, and sometimes if it's a dry heat, it just evaporates off your body. But that's still fluid that we need to replace. So just in general, drink more during the summer. That's my tip. All right, so what are we gonna do now? We're gonna come back up for the next circuit set, which is gonna take place on top of the board again. So let's take our time. And in this series, I will be using my handles. So I'm gonna put this up and have it nearby. My little red holder, I lost it, I guess. I don't know where it scooted away. So I'll keep it right there for now. All right, come up 1 foot then the other. Now rock a little bit just to get your bearings up here on the board. You guys are doing wonderful today, by the way. Thanks for sticking with me on my rebirth day as we get more fit every year. Fitter, not older. Awesome. Okay, Now, the ladder move. So let me show you what the ladder move is so you can follow me for the cardio. So we're just gonna step 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Right lead, 2, 2. Knees are a little bent, and it's just like a little tiny ladder of sorts where the rungs are moving outward and then inward. And you have to keep your chest up high. And of course, you need to also keep your knees a little soft. Now see, my band is gonna get right in the way. Keep going, out, out. Let me see if I can find my hook. Keep going, going, going. Oh no, I just broke it. Oh. Well, this is where it's supposed to be. Let's see if I can tuck it here, keep it out of the way. Are you still going? Yeah, I'm gonna tuck it right there. How nice is that? I found a second way to do this. I don't know where you are, but we're going out with the ladder and then back in, and it's kind of a soft step. So it goes out, out, and then in. And I'm leading with the right, so if you want to catch up with me, I'm going right, left, inside, right, left. Good. Out, rock, 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 step, step, step. And it's okay to look down occasionally just to make sure you're not getting too far on the edge or too far back with your feet. You always want to feel like you are feeling comfortable up here. You're not going to misstep. Nice. Excellent. So it's like a little crawl action, out wide and in narrow. Feel that sensation through your knees and your feet and how it changes the wider you go. You feel it a little bit more on your inner side of your foot and your big toe. And then as you come a little more narrow, you feel a little more flat foot or outer edge of your foot. Can you sense that little change? Nice. You got this. Let's do one more. Out, crawl, ladder, in, crawl, ladder. And then bring it 1 and 1. And here's where we're going to grab our handles. All right. So grab your handles. Now hold one on the right so you're stable. Take the left with the palm down and lift just as high as it'll let you. I don't need for it to go, try to balance in the center. I don't need for it to go up to shoulder height. As a matter of fact, I want it to be a little bit of a V position, so it's going outward and upward with a strong wrist to about 1/3 of the height of it could, because that's where most of the rotator muscles kick in. That's the deeper shoulder girdle muscles. Up, down, up, down. Excellent. Keep going. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 4 more times. 4 and 3 and 2. And then we're going to switch arms. So put this one up top, take the other one down, find your center balance. If you need to readjust your feet, do so now. And then give me that nice V arm kind of lift. Just a third of the way. Doesn't have to go up to parallel to floor. You're going to feel that tension probably somewhere around waist height. Good. Keep going. Now your legs are working hard to keep that board balanced. So we're not just working the upper body. We've got some nice stability work going on through those legs. Chin up, chest up. Excellent. Whew. Keep the wrist strong. Keep the neck long. Keep the core engaged. Tighten up around the belt line. 4 more. 3. 2. Are you still balancing? 1. All right, go ahead and put that hand up on the pole. So both tubes are stretched up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is come down and sit into the air squat. Balance it, hold it. Just sit back as far as you can. Now just try to hold the balance here. Tap your toes, tap your toes. Get that weight back in your heels. Keep the chest up, keep the chin up. Keep the spine long and strong. Stabilize this air squat. Nice. You got this. Tap those toes, tap, tap, tap. Working the tibialis as we stabilize through the hips and the core. Balance. Try to keep both ends of the board up. We've got this in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take your handle, put it back on your red holder, or in my case, I'm going to put it in the center holder because I don't have my second red one. All right, so second set and the last circuit before we stretch. So shake off your hand a little bit, loosen your wrist a little bit, and then we're going to do the same laddering exercise, but leading left. Are you ready? Rock out a little. Here we go. Now, 2, 2, 3, 3. Now you should get to the point where you have in your mind's eye like a better sensation of where your feet are on the board. Try to place it in the ladder, rung 2, 2, rung 3-ish, 3-ish. I always say 3-ish because for some people whose legs are a little shorter, getting all the way out to the number 3 on your board might be a little bit difficult, and you don't need to do it. You just go wide as possible. Bend those knees. Imagine that you're, I don't know, stomping a bug under your foot or smashing grapes. I don't know, would you rather make wine or kill bugs? I don't know. Out, 2, wider, wider, narrower, narrower, narrowest. Again, out, soften up your knees and kind of bend a little at the hip. But notice I'm not rounding my back or letting my chin or my chest drop down. I'm keeping it nice and stable. Left out, further, furthest, and left in. Now, if you're not on the same number as I am, that's okay. Just remember that it's a ladder move where we go out to 3 degrees and then into 3 degrees. And then start to be a little more aware, maybe, don't overgrip your handles, of how your foot feels as you get wider. Do you feel a little more pressure to the outer edge or the inner edge of your foot? See what it feels like. Out, 2, 3, and into 1. Again. Whew. Nice deep breaths. Excellent. This board will rock naturally with you, and you want to rock naturally with it. So let that foot bottom out each side. Bottom out left, bottom out right, bottom out left, right. Good work. Almost there. I hope you're feeling renewed today. New day, new year, new birthday for me. Good. Out, out. Yes. 64 and wanting more. All right, stay in the center. Nice work. Okay, let's grab those handles again. Take your time. Grab one at a time so you don't feel, because the board is going to rock when you grab the handle, and then put it up on top. Okay, this time, instead of doing the front raise, I want you to turn towards the left. Actually, let's leave the right handle on the hook. Let's turn to the left and do some rows. Now, first just lean in and pull up with that back elbow with the weight on the front leg. Just give me a nice row. You can't really see this arm too well, but it's bending back behind me. Then if you want to take this another level, rock and row. So put the weight on the front foot, the back foot, the front foot, the back foot. But keep your body in a forward leaning position through the spine. So head to hips, one nice line, elbow rock and roll, working those large lat muscles, those biceps. Got it. Some of those mid traps, and of course your legs, because anytime you load and push back, you're working that front quadricep. Breathe. Excellent. Roll and pull back. 4 more. And we're going to switch sides. 3, 2. Now let's take our time. Stand center, transfer, and turn. You want to be very careful as you pivot and keep your knees and toes pivoting at the same time in the right direction. I'm going to get rid of this handle. I'm going to put it down there. Turn around. I'm going to grab with the opposite arm. So my front arm is on my pole. My back or right arm is going to start that. I'm going to lean into it, put my weight on my front foot, lean my body forward, and just get a nice rowing action happening with a stable spine. And then, if I want to increase what's going on here, I'll add the rock and row. Rock, row. I can also pull my front toe up a little bit and get some extra work out of those tibialis muscles, or the shin muscles. Good. Down, row. Down, row. Rock and row. I like that. I'll have to get Dan to name it the rock and row. Here we go. Reach, pull. Reach, pull. Keep that spine in good line. Head to hip. Create a little bit of forward pressure through that front thigh. Push back. Push back. Beautiful. We've got this. Don't forget to breathe fluidly as you pull. Exhale. 4 more. 3 more. Wiggle your fingers. 2. Last 1. Okay, take your time. Hook up your cord. Pivot knees and toes together. Now bring the feet in. Kind of wiggle, wiggle, heels and toes. Last balance move is going to be a 1-leg stance with the heel behind. And then if you want to, you can do a little hamstring curl. So we're going to do 30 seconds on our left leg. And then we'll finish out with 30 seconds on our right leg. Now you're leaning towards your poles. You're not really falling through, but you are feeling some pressure in your upper body as you support your upper body weight on those handles. Good. Nice. Up, down, up, down. 2 more. Balance that board. And now gently switch feet. So put the right foot down. Find your center. Slide over to one foot. Lean in a bit and add that hamstring curl. Now feel free to make adjustments to where your foot is. You might want to wiggle it more to the center so it's on top of that red line. Good. Lean in, bear a little weight through that upper body as you hold your poles. Whew. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Chest up. Nice work. Again. Down and up. Down and up. Now every once in a while your board starts to want to go to one side, like the leaning Tower of Pisa. Right it up. Bring it back to the center. You can do this. 4 more. 2 more. 3 more. What happened to 3? 2 more. Last one. Bring it in. Oh boy, that was great. Step back. Take a breath. Final sips of water and we get to stretch. And I did promise some nice lung exercise today for Diane. Awesome. You're still here, I hope anyway. All right, let's get our water again. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so now let's grab our chair and pull it out, okay? So here we go. I'm going to just bring my chair out and scoot my board over a little bit so I have room for it, okay? So I want you to get comfortable on your chair. Sit down, place your hands in the front of your thighs. Make sure your heels are right underneath your knees. And let's start with the shoulder roll up and around to the back and down. Take your time. Let the hands, watch my hands. They're gonna slide forward and I'm gonna feel that tactile sensation with a little thigh massage on the way forward. Being very conscious and cognizant of what I want in my shoulders. Up, back, and down and around with a little thigh pressure through the palm. Now let's add our breath, all right? So we're gonna inhale Exhale on the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Now try breathing in through your nose and then exhaling with a swooshing sound through your mouth to kind of control it. So you kind of let the teeth close a little. Inhale. Exhale. Don't be in a rush. Let that roll happen slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now hold the shoulders down. Look right. Look center. Look left. Just mobilizing that neck a bit, but keeping the shoulder blades to press downward. Nice. Long neck. Now we're going to continue with the head movement while sitting nice and tall. Tilt right, center, left, center. Now on this, just kind of breathe rhythmically. Don't worry about that forced inhale or exhale. Just breathe rhythmically for now. Stretch the neck. 2 more. Keep the shoulder blades pulled downward. Last one. Now from here, we're going to half circle it. So let the chin roll and come to the side. And then roll. And you can lean a little bit in towards your thighs as long as the hands are supporting this. Hand to thigh support. With a little half circle down. This is good to also help clear the ear canal a bit. Two more. And by clearing, I mean fluid, crystals, things that kind of clog up and maybe affect your balance more than you'd like. Think about looking up and behind you to the ceiling. Stop if it becomes something that makes you feel a little too dizzy, okay? And then bring that head back to the center. Now let's limber and release the spine. So we're gonna do our seated rolls from the side. Here's what it looks like. I come forward with a flat back and then I roll through. Now on this one, again, I wanna increase that lung volume on the way down. So we're gonna inhale and then exhale, compress and push the belt line in to push the air out to get rid of the residual air. Let's do that slow, okay? Inhale, think of expanding the lungs all the way through the back. Exhale, think about forcing the air out with the muscles of your abdomen and diaphragm. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, deeper, 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 deepest, and exhale and really think about like really making that sound on the way out. Like you're trying to empty the mat or the air mattress. Push that air fully out. Further, further, further. Inhale. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Exhale. Use those muscles. Push it out, push it out, push it out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Two more real slow. You might get a little lightheaded after this. Good thing you're seated. One more. Make it your best one. Exhale. All right, sit up. Ooh, get a little lightheaded after that series. Lean back against the rear of your chair. Let your hips come forward. Just relax. Close your eyes. Just breathe nice and fluidly, nice and calm breath. Let the chin drop down towards your chest, stretching the back of the neck, and hold it there. Think about how you feel right now. Inhale, lift the chin. Usually, if you've done a good job with the level of intensity during a workout, at the end of class, you just feel like you've had a good long nap and you're just refreshed and good feeling. Bring it back to the center, drop that chin again. You also feel a little happy because when we add cardio, we get a little more of an endorphin raise out of our workout. That's a bonus there. Those are your happy hormones. Those stress releasing, stress reducing, mind calming hormones and chemicals. All right, come back up to the center. Look behind you as far as you can to the right. Then come back to the center and look behind you as far as you can to the left. One more time to the right. Still breathing, not so deep like we did during that spinal roll, but nice and fluid. Inhale and exhale through the nose, out the mouth. And then bring it back to the center. Now, take your hands, grab your side rails if you can. Hopefully you don't have arms on your chair. And then lean through and bring the feet together. Tap the toes just lightly. Stretch across the chest. Keep the chin in. Open up the shoulders. Open up the chest. Hold here and breathe. You can hit the toes, alternating right and left, stretch the calf. Nice fluid breath. Hold the stretch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. Hold one side of your chair and reach up. Twist the light bulb. In and out. Other side. Hold the chair. Reach up and over. Twist the light bulb in and out. Bring it back to the center. Shrug it out. Release it out. Shake it off. And leave anything that you don't quite want to keep in your body on the floor. And then take a deep breath and inhale the energy of the room. Pull it into you and keep it there for the rest of the day. And give yourself a big hand. Thank you for joining me on my Fitness Rebirth Day, okay? So I'm so glad you joined me. And oh, I'm so glad that the regressions helped and that you guys were here to share my birthday. So thank you again so much for being here today. Don't forget that you can watch the replay and do this later, and it will also be posted up on the 60 Up YouTube. So again, if you didn't get a chance to do the whole workout, come on back and do it another time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care.